Welcome to Revolutionary Talk. We are on to a new series, Workplace Wellness. In episode 1, we're talking about how to stay active.
Whew, at work?
At work?
Man, that's tough. I don't know. Maybe for the 9-to-5ers. How do you stay active during work?
I have to motivate. Well, no, I get through part of my work and have to push myself to go work out because I get so oftentimes like focused on what I'm doing that the time gets away. And so it's hard to remember to always work out. So it actually has to be something that I have in my routine first thing in the morning.
Gotcha. I do something with editing videos. It's a little different. Because I'm always like, I dislike editing videos, honestly, sometimes. So it's like I get in that flow state and I hit a little like block in my editing and then I'm like, let's go take a walk. So during the summertime, I always try to take a walk. Always like we'll hit the gym or find something active to do as like I think the science is like a 20 to 30 minute break and then hit the flow state again because it'll keep you in the flow state longer. And also you can't push creativity. It's either there or it's not. And when it's not, it's time for a walk or sit outside and enjoy it,
Definitely.
Exactly.
What do you do?
Well,
you're looking at numbers all day.
I am, yeah. And, I got to get away from the screen at times, right? And for me too, I know like if I were to just sit down all day, my lower back would drive me nuts.
For sure.
So something that I think is very underrated is just getting up and doing like a 5-10 minute walk. It sounds so basic, like it's not that much of an exercise, but it can do wonders. Loosen up the body, get the blood flowing a little bit. And especially too, there are a lot of people out there that have found that taking a little walk after eating too. So maybe you time it right after a lunch, get the metabolism going too. So then there's some double benefits there.
Remember that from healthcare? We used to, if somebody had an ileus or their gut wasn't working, we'd have to have them walk X amount of steps a day because it stimulates peristalsis or the movement of the bowels. So yeah, that's a good idea. Get that energy and then burn it, get it moving throughout you.
Whew, exactly. And going outside gives you that opportunity to really just be with the earth too.
For sure.
Like experience the air, experience the trees, hopefully that are around you while you're walking, or just getting a chance to be outside in general and enjoy the sun.
Yes.
Now let me ask you: do you guys ever go outside with your shoes off? Have you ever done like active grounding?
I don't do that very often, to be honest.
I got some hay dudes, and it's like the greatest thing. I walk on the sidewalk with my shoes on, but when there's grass, I'm like, whoop, kick off the hay dudes, carrying around like flip flops. It's sick.
Yeah, I love it. I believe it's called earthing.
Yeah,
and
it's amazing.
It is, but it's hard to find. Knowing that your feet absorbs what you're kind of walking on.
Yeah, you gotta be safe.
Yeah, you do have to be safe. You want to be around or on grass that hasn't been treated with any like chemical pesticides and stuff.
Yeah, especially as we talk with the essential oils and all that. Your feet absorb so much.
That and just that vibration. And it's just, we don't necessarily feel it, but I've read where there's been a lot of people that have experienced, like you brought up, lower back pain issues that helps with
the tension.
Rebalancing. The tension.
Yeah, it actually is shown to lower like hypertension, anxiety, depression. Like it can alter all this stuff. And then, if you're walking too, it's really good for your lower back pain. So
another, and I'm kind of going away from the more obvious ones of just like getting a workout in for the day too. Another one that I found really beneficial. So I have like a medicine ball. So I'll go and like lean back on it, loosen up the body a little bit, get the core activated. And then, man, it's a nice feeling, even just like 5 minutes of that real quick and then getting back to it.
Yeah, that reminds me too of the yoga wheels. Remember those from YTT?
Wheels. Yeah, absolutely.
Bend your back around.
Definitely. But I mean, even at a desk, if you don't have a whole lot of room to move around, just doing some stretches. I know bringing up the lower back pain again, just sitting in a chair, crossing your leg over, bending your knee, crossing your leg over and putting your ankle on the other knee.
Yep.
Doing like some chair yoga?
Yeah, straightening your spine, then lowering down over your knees. Like that is, guys, if you're just try it out right now.
If people say like, oh, I don't like to get up, I like to stay in my chair. We had a weights coach in high school who would talk about like working out on like a 2-hour drive, like gripping the wheel like as tight as you can and like holding tension. Because I mean, working out is time under tension essentially, whether you're walking, sitting. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean even sitting, like core engagement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good posture. That's a tough one.
Because core, your muscles in your core, if those aren't strong, it could affect your back as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, antagonist, whatever they call that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
For sure. And I mean, I think the big challenge, and I mean, it's kind of funny, none of us here sitting in an office, like, you know, a building office all day. We all, you know, work kind of wherever we want.
Yeah.
But even for people that work in an office, because I have been there in the past, like somebody on our team actually put together like a walking group. So like every afternoon at 2:00, we went and walked a mile around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, you know, little things like that really add up. So it's a lot more beneficial than, you know, you might think.
And that brings in a lot of accountability. I feel like it would too.
Yeah, we rallied the troops.
Yeah. Make it a fun social time.
I mean, companies should accept it too because it decreases their insurance liabilities at the end. So
yeah.
And I think more corporate organizations, companies are finding where that is needed in the workspace. So that's an exciting thing that we're shifting into that awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe wholeheartedly if we take care of the people that are working with us, for us, that, you know, the whole overall experience for the person who's working for that company, for their clients that they work with, because they're the ones interacting with them, and then, you know, just the overall culture of the company, positivity just is amplified, I feel like, through that. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, if you work for a good employer, you know, employees are worth the investment. So, or if you're an employer, take some of these tips and implement them. So, all right. Anything else that we can think of on this one?
Just get creative. There's always a way. You just have to figure out what's best for you and your situation.
Yeah, and there's a lot of virtual options too. Tapping into different, you know, guides, meditations, yoga practices to help move through. You know, maybe we don't have that opportunity to go to a studio in person, but we can just pull it up on our phone real quick and have that ability. Just, okay, I've got 5 minutes. Let me just do this real quick.
Don't you have a resource like that you're building right now?
Yeah. Hey, you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, y'all should check that out. What's it called?
The Well.
Yeah.
The Well on Revolutionary Wellness.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Easy. Everything you need there. So it's just made your life a lot easier. And I mean, just to kind of summarize this, I would also say, you know, even a little walk, little thing here and there can add up. So don't skip the 5-minute walk if that's all you have time for. So stay tuned. Next week, we get into healthy eating in the workplace. So you don't want to miss that. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.